What's your name?
Angelo Argentieri.
How long have we known each other?
Almost 5 years now.
That's right. How did we meet?
So I was running a headhunting company up in New York. It was a nice 9-to-5 job that I had. Frank was a client of mine, headhunting for his real estate business as well as some other real estate investing businesses. And one day I decided I didn't want to be up in New York anymore because of the cold. And Frank said, why don't you come down and visit us? And after that, match made in heaven.
So let's talk about that visit. You came to our office as a consultant who we use to hire people.
Correct.
And what did you see?
First thing I saw was your sales meeting. Monday, 9 a.m. till about 3 p.m. I saw you reviewing deals that your acquisition managers and sales managers had locked up, and you were trying to figure out what to do with each property. And then you were really laying out the exit strategy for every single deal that came through that sales meeting.
So when you saw that sales meeting, what did you think we did well?
You did extremely well the sales process and the sales cycle, so it was extremely proficient. I learned a ton of new sales tips, tricks, and techniques just sitting in that meeting.
Going back to that meeting 2 or 3 years ago, what are the things we didn't do well?
The biggest thing that I noticed that I actually texted you about was I think you needed to enhance some of the systems and the processes that you guys were using, not only from the delivery of the notes for the meeting, but also for lead generation and things like that.
When you went back to New York after spending a couple of days with us, where was your head?
My head was, I knew I wanted to get into real estate, and I knew you were the guy that was on the ground doing it day in, day out, and the expert in it. You were somebody that had the energy. You were somebody that had the knowledge that I really was gravitating towards or pulled towards.
You come to work with us 2.5 years ago. Where did you start? What was the work like? And where are you now?
So the first role that I had with you was right in sales, acquisition manager. So taking leads and trying to convert them into contracts, doing a ton of follow-up, ton of phone calls, traveling to different properties. Really needed to learn, how do you estimate repairs on the fly, sales techniques, sales negotiation, all of that. And I was pretty terrible at it.
You did that for about how long?
That was about 7 months.
What changed after month 7?
I would say I understood some of the things that we were talking about earlier.
Right.
So I knew the processes and the techniques that I had in the headhunting world. So I needed to be immersed in the sales cycle with your company and in real estate investing. And about month 6, month 7, I was like, I got it. I know how we can enhance these systems, these processes, get more leads, have better follow-up, all the above.
And what do we do to pivot your role?
So you turned me into almost like a systems and operations manager. So what that role entailed was, let's dive in. You sent me to a bunch of events around the country where there were some incredible marketing geniuses, some great people with systems, and I learned from them and brought back what I thought were the best tips, tricks, and trades for the processes and systems to enhance our lead generation.
Where are we now?
So we were generating somewhere in the realm of 400 to 500 leads annually. And this year, we're above 3,000 leads so far for this year already. And the year's not even over.
That's right.
Yeah.
How many employees did we have when you started?
I was employee number 13, so 12.
How many employees do we have now?
Over 30. My view of Frank has changed over the past 2.5 years. I mean, there's a level of trust, right? With anybody that you're starting a new venture with, it takes time to develop and build trust. And with Frank, it's always, he just has a heart. He really cares genuinely.
One of the things that I noticed about you is that when you came here, you fully committed. And with fully committing, you are able to shortchange the time it might take a normal person to get results by fully committing. If you were gonna spend a few days with us, buy a course, and you were gonna get access to us in a different way, what's the best way for someone to get your level of results?
100% dedication is number one. Number two, it's everything that we're teaching is not rocket science, right? So real estate investing, you find leads, you get properties under contract, and you choose the correct disposition of that asset.
If someone has a life back home, but they just follow our recipe, is our recipe repeatable?
Absolutely. So first thing I would do is I would start working on the course content, really understanding what we have built. Second from there, I wouldn't try to take it all on at once. If you try to change everything, you don't know where the bottlenecks are, you don't know what tweak is working or not working. So take it piece by piece by piece by piece. It's not easy, it's hard work. You're not gonna have drastic changes inside of 30 days, but like we did over the course of 1.5 years or 2 years, we have incredible results. So one tweak at a time.
Full exposure, break it down with fundamental steps. You gotta crawl before you can walk,
That's it.
before you can run, before you can do 100 miles.
That's it, exactly.
Got it.